Alright, so I am back with another build video, this time for Stasis Hunter. I like this one quite a bit. You can use it in a lot of in-game activities that have Overload and Unstoppable champions. You can also use it in strikes and casual play as well. It's very nice for that, as well with the shatter effects and killing. I do want to ask, if you are enjoying the build videos that I'm posting, please like or subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And I would appreciate it greatly, and I hope you enjoy the video. Before we get into the video, I wanted to say that we will be using these exotics. We'll be using renewal graphs, which will increase the area of effect of our dusk field grenades and reduce the damage we take when we're standing inside of them. And the weapon exotic we'll be using is Virgil's Curve, which states that whenever we get a final blow, it charges up stacks of Hail Barrage, and it goes up to 5 stacks. Once you shoot from the hip, with however many stacks you have, it'll create that many stasis crystals on the ground or wherever you shoot, and we'll be using many different ways to shatter those crystals, kill enemies, and get Hail Barrage back constantly. Alright, so in your subclass, first two options here don't really matter. I run Marksman Dodge just for reloading my weapon. In case I'm doing like DPS with a heavy weapon, I can just dodge to reload. I usually run that on most of my Hunter subclasses. You will want to run a Dusk Field Grenade for this because we'll be utilizing Renewal Grasps for buffing our Dusk Field Grenade. And for our aspects, you'll want to run Shatter Dive. This will be useful for breaking the stasis crystals we'll be forming. And Touch of Winter. This will change our Dusk Field Grenade to have a larger area of effect and also have a crystal in the middle of it when we throw it down. And for your fragments, I recommend running Whisper of Fissures, which will increase the damage and size of stasis crystals being destroyed. The next one will be Whisper of Shards. This one, when you destroy a stasis crystal, will boost your grenade recharge rate. This also works for destroying the crystals created by Hail Barrage from Virgil's Curve, which is really nice. And the next one is Whisper of Chains. This one, if you're next to a frozen target or stasis crystal, you will take reduced damage from enemies. It's really nice for high-end content or other activities. Something I want to add about the melee ability and the Dusk Field Grenade, both of these options have the ability to stun both Overload and Unstoppable champions. Both of them can slow enemies, which stuns Overload champions, and both can freeze and shatter, which would be Unstoppable champions. So you can also use this build in higher level content. For your helmet, what I found best to run is a Harmonic Siphon, so whenever you get kills with Virgil's Curve, it will create an Orb of Power for you. I'm also running Double Ashes to Assets. This will activate once you get a kill with the middle crystal from throwing your Dusk Field Grenade. It gives you quite a bit of super energy when you get kills with it, and I highly recommend. For the mods on your Renewal Grasps, I'm running Firepower so that when we get kills with our Dusk Field Grenade, it creates an Orb of Power. It seems, with my testing, that it only spawns an orb from the crystal killing enemies. So just keep that in mind. And I'm also running Double Grenade Kickstart just to get our grenade back faster when using it. For the mods on your chest piece, it doesn't matter too much what you run. I do recommend running a Charged Up so you can carry another stack of armor charged at any time. Really just you can run whatever resists or reserve mods if you're going that way, or even another Charged Up if you want to. For my leg armor, I am running a Stacks on Stacks mod, which will give us another armor charge when picking up an Orb of Power. Instead of 1, we'll get 2. I'm also running double stasis weapon surge, so when we do have armor charge, it buffs Virgil's Curve just that slight bit. This helps with clearing ads and just shooting enemies in general. For your class item mods, I recommend running Reaper so that whenever you dodge, your next kill will spawn an orb of power for you. I'm also running Bomber so that when I do dodge, it reduces my grenade cooldown just a tiny bit. I'm also running Time Dilation to extend the timer of armor charge. If you don't run the Stasis weapon surge, you don't need this. You can sub this out for like a Bomber if you want to. But this is only if you're running a weapon elemental surge. For your artifact, there aren't any mods in here that would be super necessary to run. Maybe authorized grenades mods to decrease things like grenade kickstart might help you. Or if you want to take this into in-game, like I said earlier, overload bow would help out with that as well. Overload bow is really the best overload option in the game besides like div or weapons that have intrinsic overload stunning capabilities. Alright, so that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, I asked if you do like the videos to subscribe if you can. It would help me out a ton. I'm just going to play some Strike gameplay of me using this build just in casual play. There wasn't a good lost sector for me to use this build on when I was recording this stuff. So that's why there's no like in-game lost sector gameplay on hand. But I will try to do that more often in the future. But thank you.
Kill them. They are dead. You are not. Round 2. Dismantle mines, yes. Or die. Victory well earned. You face final round. A mighty cabal challenges. You fought. You won. Your treasure awaits. An old friend is here. Strategist.
Okay, I'm making a mental note never to piss you off.
No hostiles on track. I'll bring the ship into transmat range.
Hey, I might be looking for someone to watch my back one of these days. To bring some major heat to a gunfight. You for hire? I'll be in touch.